was a young kid playing sports. I wanted to be a professional athlete in whatever sport that might be. First, I thought, maybe I could be a professional basketball player, but, height and skill and everything else didn't allow that to happen. For me, living the dream was to play professionally, and so when I had that opportunity, I moved to Chile in 2004, signed my first professional contract.
The dream to play professional soccer inspires the imagination of millions. But how far would you go to chase the dream? Chase Hilgenbrinck chased it all the way to Chile. Chase has played more minutes than any other player on the roster and now has Nublense on the fast track to First Division.
When I was at my highest in soccer, we had just won a championship in South America, and I remember sitting up in my bed late at night after all the parties and parades were over, thinking at that time, this has got to be the greatest time in my soccer career and maybe the greatest experience that I ever have in soccer. And I remember thinking at that exact moment that there was something still missing in my heart. I was living my dream. I was doing everything that I thought the Lord had called me to, and everything that was going to make me happy in my life. And it was only then, when it didn't satisfy me, that I asked the Lord, what is it that you're asking me to do that's going to bring comfort into my life, bring me peace? And it was just then that I heard, in the silence of that chapel, in the silence of my heart, be my priest. And it certainly startled me, but I knew it was the voice of the Lord. I said, I don't know if you heard me right. I said comfort. I said the thought of priesthood makes me feel very uncomfortable. Priesthood was not something that I wanted for myself. Priesthood was not something that I thought was cool. I felt like I was a mature man, but I realized how immature I was when I was trying to run away from what was most true. And you can't be mature when you're running away from truth. And so that was a difficult time for me. It was a struggle. When you turn away from the Lord and you're saying, I'm trying to do your will, just teach me. He's so patient with us, and he certainly was patient with me. Ultimately, it was an issue of trust. And I think that's the way it is for every person on this earth. We just need to trust him a little bit more every moment and say, Lord, I trust that what you're calling me to is going to make me happy, that you would never lead me, into a wrong path. It was only when I built up the confidence, throughout that time, that I was able to say, Lord, I trust you enough to say yes to this.
A 26-year-old athlete on top of the world, on top of his game, living a life that, well, a lot of men only dream about, a professional athlete. Chase Hilgenbrinck shocked fans by announcing his retirement from Major League Soccer's New England Revolution, revealing that he will decide instead to pursue the priesthood. How did you arrive at that decision, Chase?
Well, it's taken years. It does. This isn't an overnight decision. It's something that takes some time, a lot of discernment and personal prayer. And, God has loved us so much, and I've felt that love, and I've felt him call me to this. And I feel blessed that he's called me to administer the sacraments to his holy, faithful people. I never thought that I would be happy being a priest. I never thought that seminary would be something that would make me happy. But I can tell you right now, even today, if I am never ordained a priest, God willing that never happens, I am the happiest that I've ever been in my life right now, being a seminarian, without those hands ever being placed on my head, without ever celebrating the sacraments, which is the thing that I long to do most. And that's only because I'm doing God's will. It's only because I'm doing what he's asked me to do. And it was never my plan, and it humbles me to say that. But it's true. It's nothing that I have done. It's only doing what he's asked me to do.